Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is John, and today I'm just going to be going over the content task within Gaio. So the content task relates to dashboards. Some of the past videos we've been talking a lot about dashboards, but specifically with the content task, it does more like flair, quality of life features, links, things like that, that might not be specifically reports or graphs, charts that you might want to create using the report task. So I'm going to open up the content task real quick for you, but I also have an example here with a bunch of stuff already in it. So you'll be able to find the content task by going to the tasks menu, and it's all the way at the bottom under delivery. So I'm just going to click on that and make it big. And so the way that the content task works is that you can code in the content task using HTML, JavaScript, or CSS, which is under the style menu. Now you're also able to include data from any of your existing tables, and clicking the eye icon will allow you to view this. Now this will just connect them. So say you have a sales dashboard and you want the text of a card to change color based on how close you are to reaching your sales numbers. You might want to do that by connecting to the table and creating an if statement or something like that. So that's just an idea, but that's kind of why you would want to include that here. Maybe you want to create a card in your own style or something like that. And you're also able to change the library, and then this card style just changes this kind of white background, because if you watch the other videos, you know that there's a kind of a grid system, and so if you like to have that kind of separator between all your elements, but if you don't, you can leave that unchecked. And then finally, this menu, it's a little cut off, it's called content, and so this has your inputs and outputs if you are running CSVs in and out, or your backups, but specifically we would probably be going into the content folder. So maybe you want to use a specific font, or you have your company logo you want to put on there, or things like that that you would need to call using HTML. You can just put in that content folder, and you'd be able to find the link by clicking this button here. Now I'm just going to close out of that and open up my already created banner. Now you can see that it's kind of run already in this example window, and it's a pretty basic banner, just one color. We're using that image that I showed you in the content, which is just a version of the Gaio logo, and we have two buttons with style, so when you hover over them they turn a lighter shade of red, just letting you know that you can click on them. If I go into the script, you can see that this on click, it opens up the flow ID. So if I make this smaller, I'll actually click out of this. I talked about this in a previous video, but basically with these dashboard styles, one of the ways that you can open up a dialog flow is using a content task. So basically we're essentially creating a link that opens up the dashboard, and you'll be able to obtain the ID. So if you want to open flow ID, this ID is up here, and that's the same, or not the same, but it'll be there for all of your dashboard tasks. So specifically these customers and products dashboards aren't going to show as tabs, and I'll probably open up the dashboard view so you can see it better. But yeah, just because the only way to open these now is clicking these links. And you can also do some styling here with just basic coloring, as well as the lighter shade of red and the slight hover that it does there. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of simple. Most of the dashboards we create here at Gaio have some kind of a banner with a title or things like that. Links really is optional depending on what you're going for. Some other uses of the content task are creating a sort of home page for all of your dashboards. So maybe you don't like using the tabs, you want to just create your own homepage with your own icons and navigation and things like that. You can certainly do that with the content task as well. It's kind of open to whatever you want to do, and we love seeing some of the creative things that people come up with using this task specifically. Now finally, I'm just going to open up the dashboard view just to show off the banner. So as you can see, if I click here on customers, it takes me to the customers dashboard, and now this specifically is a pop-up, so it doesn't open in the same window and I can just close out of it. But again, you wouldn't be able to access this from the tabs. And I'm just going to open up the products as well just to show that's something different going on. And it looks like we have another banner here too as well. So yeah, that's basically the content task. So if you kind of want to make things look pretty, or you're trying to do something maybe a little bit more complex, conditional, or something like that, we use the content task for most of those things. If you have any more questions, our documentation will be linked below. And as always, our customer support team is always willing to answer any of the questions you may have. Thank you so much.